Yesterday evening, I received an email that could very well have derailed my upcoming cruise. Carnival is renaming one of their ships and it's heading to the West Coast. We'll tell you all about it. Have you ever considered taking a cruise during spooky season? You now have your chance, and you can bring your best friend along for free. A favorite Jamaican cruise port is back on track with paying passengers. Royal Caribbean announces a brand new cruise terminal. Plus, there's big Carnival cruise news out of the US. All that coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey, and as we're getting started into today's cruise news, I wanted to thank all of you for coming back to another Midships video. And right off the bat, why don't you smash the thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It really helps us out in the algorithms. So before we hop into the cruise news today, I got an email yesterday that scares the crap out of me, and it very well could end my opportunity to cruise on MSC Divina next week. And the email came from CVS, and it informed me that they just plain old canceled my rapid test that I had booked with them over a week ago. So this is the email. It did not come with any more information. Nothing beyond your visit is canceled. And this is an extremely frustrating thing to see because I was planning on recording this so I could share it with the Midships family and show you how this pre-cruise testing is working. So this type of situation is probably not going to happen to just me. And it's quite honestly going to be the biggest argument that anyone could make to pre-purchase these at-home COVID testing kits. Now, I'm in a fortunate situation where I have this kit available to me, and so I'm going to be okay getting my test done to hop on the Divina cruise next week. But had I not had this test kit, I would now be scrambling and put in a major pickle to reschedule my pre-cruise COVID testing. And unfortunately, I may end up having to pay some testing organization that basically is scalping people at $200 to $300 for a COVID test, which, to be honest, any organization operating like that should be ashamed of themselves because these tests cost less than 20 bucks a piece. So that's my rant. I'm totally disappointed with CVS today. You guys can't just be out there canceling COVID tests for no reason at all. At the very minimum, you should be offering an alternative way to get tested. So what have we learned today? Well, definitely go ahead and pre-order your at-home test kits for any cruises that you have to take. Now you can order from either the Optum store or the eMed store, and I will leave links to both in the description below. And me, the eternal optimist, I see the silver lining in this, that it's now a warning to all the Midships family that you cannot rely on any type of testing except for the home test kits for your pre-embarkation COVID test. The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by checking out the Amazon affiliate links in the description below. There's all kinds of totally awesome cruise swag down there, and you can even customize the colors. A lot of people are really getting into the anti-seasickness wristbands, and even if you don't buy anything, just browsing helps give back to the channel just a little bit. Thanks so much. Let's get started talking about spooky season. And if you're not familiar with the term, that is a reference to Halloween. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, the little cruise line that could, is offering some pretty sweet Halloween themed cruises, and you're even allowed to bring a +1 along for free. Let's learn about it now. From cruiseradio.net by Sarah Bretz. Bahamas Paradise announces a BOGO offer and Halloween cruises. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, the little cruise line that could, has announced a new limited time offer for the Halloween season. Dubbed Halloween Sea Nights, this offer will allow a guest to book a regular cruise fare and a second person in their cabin can cruise for free. This offer applies to interior or ocean view cabins for cruises from September 26th through October 30th. Plus, the offer includes 5 free drinks per cabin. And something to note, aboard Grand Classica, there are very few balcony options, so the interior and ocean view staterooms are pretty much the main offering on board the ship. Now, I did a little digging for a weekend escape aboard Grand Classica during this promotion for 2 people is around $287. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line has one single ship named Grand Classica. She offers 2-night cruises from Palm Beach, Florida out to Grand Bahama Island. In addition to the BOGO offer, the cruise line's October sailings feature a variety of Halloween-themed offerings aboard. Things like a pub crawl featuring specialty Halloween drinks and activities at each stop, a costume parade and contest open to all guests wearing their costumes. Prizes are awarded for the scariest, most original, best couple, Sexiest, and People's Choice. And the Darkness Haunted House, inspired by popular films. To be eligible for this sailing, you have to be fully vaccinated, and capacity on the ship is limited to 50%. Now, a little bit about the Grand Classica. She's a bit of a hodgepodge and a hand-me-down ship. She was originally built back in 1991, and she's now onto her third owner, the first of which being Costa Cruise Lines, followed by Carnival Cruise Lines, who then sold her off to Bahamas Paradise Cruise Lines back in 2014. I'd be curious if there's any interest in the Midships family hopping on one of these Halloween-themed cruises. Why don't you comment down below which costume you would bring along for a Halloween-themed cruise? Carnival Cruise Line is making a splash by renaming one of their vessels, and my West Coast cruisers may want to pay particular attention to this story. From cruiseindustrynews.com. The Carnival Victory will now be named Carnival Radiance. Carnival Cruise Line announced today that it has officially changed the name of the Victory to Carnival Radiance, which is in the final stages of a $200 million bow-to-stern makeover in Cadiz, Spain. The third in the line's Sunshine Class series, Carnival Radiance is scheduled to depart Spain on October 18th, beginning a 7-week voyage to her new home port of Long Beach, California, with stops in Miami, as well as a full transit of the Panama Canal along the way. On December 13th, Radiance makes her SoCal debut, kicking off a year-round schedule of 3- and 4-day cruises to Baja, Mexico from the Long Beach Cruise Terminal. We have a quote from Carnival's president, Christine Duffy. The transformation of Victory has been in the works for quite some time, but we're delighted that she can now be officially named Carnival Radiance, the newest member of our fleet. Carnival Radiance features all of our most popular spaces and provides a truly unique and exciting vacation option for the Southern California short cruise market. The Carnival Radiance joins Carnival Miracle, which will reposition to Long Beach starting September 27th to operate short cruises to Mexico, as well as a fan favorite, the Carnival Panorama, who's currently sailing week-long voyages to the Mexican Riviera. So the West Coast is really picking up its cruise game. You're about to have 3 fantastic options for cruising just out of Long Beach itself. And I know many in the Midships family have already been aboard the Carnival Panorama. If you've already done a few sailings, why not post some pictures or your experience on the Midships Facebook page? You can find it at midships.com/Facebook. I'll also leave a link up here in the upper right-hand corner if you want to join the group. We'd love to see and hear from you about your cruising. Now, in recent weeks, there's been some push and pull from the locals in Jamaica regarding cruise ships and vendors feeling they've been treated unfairly. But this week, there is good news for everyone in the Jamaica area, and we're going to read about it now from the Caribbean News Weekly website. This article is written by Giovanni Davis from CNW. Ocho Rios gets some 6,000 cruise passengers this week. The arrival of 6,000 passengers this week is expected to help the port in St. Anne, Jamaica. The MSC Meraviglia and Carnival Sunrise were due to dock at the port on Tuesday and Wednesday, respectively. The Carnival Sunrise's arrival in Ocho Rios last week sparked outrage amongst craft exhibitors who alleged that the passengers were only escorted to high-end activities and not to the artisan markets. So it sounds like the craft market vendors are still getting the short end of the stick in Ocho Rios. Hopefully this situation can sort itself out. While we're talking about cruise ports, why not talk about Royal Caribbean and a brand new port they've just announced construction on? From cruisecritic.com by Fran Golden. Royal Caribbean Group to build green cruise terminal in Ravenna, Italy as an alternative to Venice. Royal Caribbean has been awarded a contract to construct and operate an innovative new, sustainably focused cruise terminal for Ravenna, Italy, about 88 miles south of Venice. The nearly $40 million terminal is expected to open in the spring of 2024 and serve as an alternative to the cruise-unfriendly port of Venice. Pre-pandemic, Royal Caribbean had announced it would move its Rhapsody of the Seas from Venice to Ravenna. Since then, Venetians have continued efforts to ban cruise ships from the city's lagoon, an effort which received a considerable boost when the Italian government agreed this summer. So sort of like what's happening with Alaska cruises, considering completely bypassing Canada since they're so unfriendly to cruising at the moment, the same type of thing is happening over in Venice. It's a shame people in certain localities are unwilling to open up to cruise passengers, but guess what? you're going to get left behind. So reap what you sow is what I'm going to say to that. Carnival Corporation's hitting a major milestone in the cruise restart. Let's talk about it from cruiseindustrynews.com. Carnival today announced that it expects to return over 50% of its fleet capacity to guest operations by the end of October, according to a press release. The company previously announced plans to resume service with nearly 65% of its fleet capacity to begin the new year. To date, 8 of the company's 9 cruise brands, including Carnival, Princess, Holland America, Seabourn, Costa, Aida, P&O, and Cunard have resumed guest sailings. By the end of October, those 8 brands have announced they'll be operating 42 total ships, marking the return of over 50% of the company's global fleet capacity. In North America, Carnival Cruise Line plans to have 13 ships sailing in October and a total of 17 ships by the end of the year. So that's awesome news coming out of Carnival Cruise Line. If you made it this far today, don't forget to get subscribed to our channel. Our next cruise swag giveaway begins tomorrow. Thanks so much for stopping by today, and until next time, we'll see you on the Midships.